You've had an opportunity, a couple opportunities to come to Alaska. You have been read in very well as to many of the unique aspects. And unfortunately, one of the unique aspects that we have is sometimes we have a lack of data. We just haven't done the mapping. We haven't done the review, the analysis, and so we know that with AI, your output is just as good as your input. And if you have these holes in that, it can be a concern in itself. So how can we utilize the benefits of AI in government processes for good, while ensuring that perhaps some states, some areas like Alaska, where data is just not complete, that they're not actually disadvantaged? Have you given thought to that?
Yeah, absolutely. And let me say what it's a pleasure it's been to work with you and your staff. And I have had a chance to not only come up to Alaska and go to Anchorage, but also to get out there to Nome and Kotzebue and other areas and really hear from folks in terms of what we can do from the Department of Energy to try to be helpful in that space. But I think you raise an incredibly important point. AI is only as good as the data that you feed into it, and if you don't have the data, it can't be the powerful tool for good that you just highlighted on that front. So I think it's a continuing effort on our part, and eager to work with you in our Arctic Energy Office to make sure that we are doing everything we can from the Department of Energy, working with others in the federal government to make the investments so that we have that data available so that it can be feeding into these AI models. So it's an ongoing effort. We're trying to make sure that we're bringing that in to everything that we do, but it's an ongoing effort and something that we'll continue working on.
Well, we do need to work together on it. And as we identify, I spend a fair amount of my time on the appropriations side with the Department of Interior budget, and recognize that we're still directing a lot of resources, federal resources, to just basic mapping.
Yep.
Just basic mapping. So we've got a long ways to go there.